help me to reach 2,000 subscribers. The first time I noticed it, I thought I was imagining things. His new assistant, Marissa, hovered too close during meetings, laughed at jokes I didn't remember him making, leaned just a little too much when he read aloud a report. I told him, half teasing, half serious, "You know, she seems a little close." He laughed, the easy, dismissive laugh I knew too well, brushing my words off. "You're imagining it. She's efficient, that's all." I wanted to believe him. I wanted to believe the comfort of 15 years of marriage could shield me from suspicion. But that laugh, light, almost indulgent, had a hollow edge that night. I pushed it down. I told myself I was being insecure. Weeks passed. Subtle moments gnawed at me, a message left on his laptop I didn't recognize, a lingering scent of perfume that wasn't mine, a sudden late-night drive to client dinners that smelled more like secrecy than work. My mind began cataloging each incident, comparing it to every instinct I'd ever learned to trust. The tension became a constant hum behind my ribs. I had never been the kind of wife to invade privacy, but the gnawing ache of doubt finally became unbearable. One Sunday afternoon, while he was out on a golf trip with colleagues, I found myself alone in our home office. His laptop was unlocked. My pulse rattled like dry leaves as I scrolled through files, looking for anything that could confirm or deny the growing storm inside me. That's when I found the receipts. A folder titled Expenses caught my eye. Normally dull and mundane, it contained dozens of hotel bookings, most conveniently paid in cash or corporate accounts, during nights he swore he was working late. But what struck me most wasn't just the frequency, it was the location. City after city, hotel after hotel, all within blocks of Marissa's apartment. I stared at the screen, fingers frozen above the keyboard. My chest tightened, and a strange mixture of disbelief and inevitability washed over me. The room spun in muted tones, the beige walls, the gentle hum of the air conditioner, the soft patter of rain against the windows. Nothing looked wrong. And yet, nothing had ever felt so wrong in my life. When he came home that evening, the house smelled of grilled chicken and faintly of her perfume, the one that clung to his collar sometimes, just barely perceptible. I could not look at him. Not yet. I wanted to scream, to demand, to destroy, but my body betrayed me with silence. I picked up some takeout. "Thought we could have dinner together," he said cheerfully, unaware of the storm seething beneath my skin. I nodded mechanically, every bite tasting like ash. Every laugh he forced into conversation felt like betrayal. I remembered his dismissive chuckle when I had warned him. That moment, once brushed off, now burned like acid in my memory. I couldn't contain it any longer. I had to know. "Where were you last week?" I asked suddenly, voice trembling. "Thursday night." He froze, fork midair. "Thursday. I had a late meeting in the city. You know, with clients." I felt something harden inside me, a steel spine replacing the tremor of fear. The hotel receipts say otherwise. They're all within a mile of Marissa's apartment. His eyes widened, shifting rapidly from guilt to defensiveness. It's not what it looks like." I laughed bitterly, the sound sharp and alien in my own ears. "Not what it looks like. 15 years. And your efficiency at work included secret hotel nights with her." He tried to reach for my hand, but I pulled back. "I trusted you. Every day, I believed in us. And you," my voice cracked under the weight of 15 years of shared life. "You laughed at me when I warned you about her. You lied to my face." The room was silent, except for the rain against the window. He opened his mouth, closed it, and finally whispered, I didn't mean. I never thought you'd find out." The words were hollow, like feathers falling into an empty well. I wanted to scream, to hurl plates against the wall, to destroy everything he had touched. But the betrayal had carved a numbness inside me, a cold clarity that was terrifying in its precision. I left the house that night, wandering streets slick with rain, headlights reflecting off puddles like fractured memories. Every step echoed my disbelief, every breath tasted of heartbreak. I replayed every moment, the laugh, the late nights, the perfume, and felt my love twist into grief and fury. In the following days, confrontation came in waves. He offered apologies that sounded rehearsed, excuses that clattered against the walls of my shattered trust. I listened, not to forgive, but to catalogue. Every syllable, every tremor in his voice, every hesitation revealed the depth of his betrayal. I confronted Marissa as well, though not directly. I let my presence be known at the office, watched her carefully, observed her laughter and the way she avoided my gaze. Every shared glance with him was like a knife twisting in my chest. Weeks later, divorce proceedings began quietly, legally, methodically. He begged for reconciliation. I refused. I realized love alone cannot repair what lies have eroded. I found solace in my own clarity, in reclaiming my life from the shadows of deceit. But the hotel receipts stayed with me. They were not just proof of infidelity. They were evidence of my own awakening. Every number, every date, a precise accounting of betrayal and trust broken. I carried them with me, a reminder that love, no matter how deep, demands vigilance, honesty, and respect. When the final papers were signed, I felt an unexpected emptiness, a mourning not only for what was lost but for the illusions that had once shielded me. And yet, amidst that emptiness, a fragile sense of liberation began to grow. I was no longer blind, no longer dependent on his honesty. I had found my truth, painful though it was. I never saw Marissa again. My husband tried to call, to text, to insert himself back into a life I had meticulously rebuilt. I let nothing through. I had learned, the hard way, that laughter can mask cruelty, smiles can hide betrayal, and 15 years of trust can be undone in quiet, incremental steps. And as I finally closed that chapter, I understood the cruel beauty of revelation. The shock, the anger, the heartbreak, they had all been necessary. They were the crucible through which I emerged stronger, clearer, and, ultimately, free.